It's more of like when I'm off mic, I just like look at like I just need the first line on one song really, because I forget my
eyes. I
forget my own
No,
damn lyrics.
I can't see that shit.
Yeah.
I can see it way over there. You put it right here.
Yeah. Okay. See, yeah, my problem is up close. Yeah, I have a problem.
Yeah, my wife's like, look at this. I'm like,
Whoa. I mean, it was almost overnight when I turned 40. I was reading this book, and it's like, whoa! I had to hold it really hard.
I lived on a tour bus most of 2018.
Yeah.
That's when my
Started going. Yeah.
I had to start wearing readers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like everything's super like here.
Yeah.
This is the part that I hate the most about all of showing like music and everything is this wait before you start. This and it's only in the last like 10 minutes where you're just like
Where the shots are, where you snort the whatever.
Yeah.
This is where you.
We are 90 seconds out.
Can we
90 seconds.
like snort some cocaine off hookers or something?
I saw that one time when I was in college.
Hi, I'm AJ Vallejo.
And I'm Kendall Beard.
And
We're loving chaos.
And you're watching
Up Late Austin.
All right. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do a show. All right. Hi, I'm your host, Jake. We have a good show for you tonight. We have Robin Mordecai and band or guest, friends, whatever.
Just, the backing guys.
Yeah, the dudes.
The hired guns.
And yeah,
the
not all dudes.
gainfully employed.
There you go. Okay, so you know how it goes. We're gonna get to know the band first.
Yep.
Robin, I'll go ahead and start with you. You're the obvious choice, and you're standing close to me, so I'll just start here.
I'm here.
I know the answer, but what's your name?
Robin Mordecai.
All right, that's good. Everybody write that down. And
There will be a test later.
Yep. So let's go a little bit back. Where were you born?
Here. No, Dallas. But I grew up here, so I always
say here if you mean Dallas.
Well, I was born in Dallas, but then at 4 months old,
okay.
she came here.
Okay.
So
that okay.
it's kind of I don't know some.
So you grew born in Dallas, grew up in Austin.
Here. Yeah, I have no recollection of anywhere but Austin.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, now I know you have a musical background with your parents, but when did you start playing, and what was your first instrument? I know you do a lot.
By technicality, my first instrument was trumpet.
Okay. You say that like reluctantly.
Yeah, because it was like my dad had bought me a little cornet, and I was like, what was I, 5?
Probably.
Yeah, we were, and my first gig was at 5 years old.
Oh my God, playing the trumpet?
One note. I could only get one note out, and so they played a song in that key, and so when the solo came, they just go, and I played that one note.
That's awesome.
It's terrible.
That's funny about the horns, because I think it was last week the guy was saying, I asked what the first instrument was. He goes, my dad bought all 3 of us horns. Like, I don't know what he wanted, a horn band or something. But yeah. So do you still play it, or is
No.
it too many bad memories?
No, it's like I'm much better with my hands.
Yeah.
So like playing piano, guitar, drums, all of that. I can't play any sort of instrument that I need to use my mouth.
Yeah.
Like not good at it.
Okay, and then so you got into music early. When did you like say this is my instrument?
Well,
Because I know you did drums.
yeah, so drums was the first thing, and I took piano before that, but I only took piano because the school required 2 years in order to be in percussion.
And isn't that a
Because-
good background to
Yeah,
have?
yeah, because you've got
musically.
everything laid out,
Yeah.
and I hated it at the time though. Like most
Yeah.
people, it's the stereotypical story.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah.
And so they made me take piano, and then I started playing drums, and I did that up until I was, that was like solely what I wanted
Yeah.
to do until
Yeah.
I was about 18, 19.
Yeah.
And I had already picked up a few other, guitar and bass.
Yeah.
But I started to really shift my focus into all the other stuff because I realized you can't write pop songs on drums.
Yeah.
You can write great, cool little
Yeah.
fills and whatnot, but I wanted to start writing songs because, women.
Yeah.
I wanted to write.
How many
cute love
songs are about or inspired by? Yes.
Yeah, right.
A lot.
Some of the greatest.
Yep. Some of the great. Okay. Speaking of women, I'm going to come over here.
Uh-oh.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
All right. Now I know you have some kind of a relation to this young man over here.
I do.
All right.
I do.
Because
yes.
I asked him a question and I heard you answer. So I'm like, okay, we got to get the story here.
Yeah, we could argue about the answers, but we won't.
Okay. Yeah. So give us your name and who you are.
I'm Laura Mordecai. I am Robin's mom.
I think that is so cool that you guys play together.
I do too.
Because,
I do too. I don't know how long he's going to let me keep it
Yeah?
up, but yeah.
Because
It's fun.
sometimes people get real picky. It's great. It's great. Okay, so you obviously have a musical background too.
Yes.
When did you start? Where were you born?
Well, I was born in Fort Huachuca, Arizona, but both my folks were from the Lower Rio Grande Valley.
Okay.
And as soon as Dad got out of the service, we went back to the Lower Rio Grande Valley. So I jumped around and then grew up there and then ended up in Kerrville, which is where
Ooh,
I did most of
nice.
my growing up.
Is that where you got into music? Because that's a good musical town.
Yeah, Kerrville, yeah. My dad needed a drummer for his Dixieland band, so,
Nice.
my brother was already playing bass, and he needed a drummer,
Some
so,
percussion. There you go.
yeah.
And and then when did you get into bands and start playing?
When I started playing with my dad's Dixieland band
So
when I
from
was
then on.
14. Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it just took off.
It took off, and then they said I wasn't going to be able to do that to make a living, so I needed to get a real job and a real degree.
Killer of dreams.
Yeah. So,
Well,
so
you
I
know
got
what?
away from it for a little
You
while.
showed them. You're on cable access tonight, so
there you
yeah.
go.
Stick it to
Take
the man.
that.
Yeah.
No, but
Playing in your son's band. So
Yeah.
you've made it. That's the pinnacle.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
No, it's great. It's fun. And did you have any drumming influence? I know you kind of started from a younger age, but
Well, I would have to say when I got back into it, and I went over into the percussion side, my big influences are really guys here.
no.
Well, Karen Carpenter, sure, but a guy named Arturo Garza, who was the conguero for Beto and the Fairlanes, which was
That sounded familiar.
which was my inspiration for getting into Latin percussion.
There you go.
And so, so he was a big, huge influence. James Fenner, who is another local genius, amazing player. He was a
I'm
big
ashamed to say I'm
inspiration.
going to have to Google these people.
Oh man,
Yeah.
he has played with Christopher Cross.
Ooh, yeah.
He now currently plays with Extreme Heat, and
Okay.
he's
Those are some good names.
yeah.
All right. Let's come up here, young man.
come on.
All right, let's get in the light. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How
All
are you
right.
doing?
What's your name?
Dylan.
All right. Now, where'd you grow up?
Round here, Round Rock.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
And when did you get into music and start playing?
I got into music when I was in middle school because my dad played drums.
Ah.
My older brother played guitar, and it was very important that I find something to do in that world.
Yeah. These instruments are taken. Find anything else.
Yeah, just take him down a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
notches.
So you picked bass.
Yeah, pick bass.
When you were growing up, any musical influence that you?
Oh my goodness. Well, Paul McCartney,
Yes.
bass playing.
Yes.
extraordinaire, but
Yeah.
the real freaky first bass player in my life was John Entwistle, The Who.
Oh, who?
You know, just because I was like, Paul McCartney was like,
He's
oh,
pop.
this is he's
Yeah.
a songwriter, he's a guitar player, so
Yeah.
of course this is gonna sound
Yeah.
kind of melodic and
Yeah.
genius. But
Yeah.
John Entwistle was like, this guy's like doing like bass, but he's doing everybody else's job right now.
Right,
He's
right.
played these crazy bass lines, and they just like enraptured me.
Awesome.
It's crazy.
Looking forward to hearing more about it tonight. All right. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Where
thank
you from? What's your name?
My name is Danny Sanchez, and I live in Round Rock.
I'm seeing a theme here of, Texas, Austin.
Yeah, I originally was born in Atlanta, Georgia, so
Okay.
came around.
That explains so much.
So it was Atlanta, and then I was raised in Lubbock, and then lived in New York. Then we've lived in Austin now for I guess about 13, 14 years,
That'll do it.
and we dig it.
That'll do it. Musical influences?
Yeah, lots of. My dad was a big musical influence. He was a trumpet player and a vocalist. And then a guy named Will Calhoun, who's a drummer for a great rock band called Living Color. Alex Van Halen was a big one.
Yeah.
And then a guy named Sonny Payne played for the Basie Band for a long time.
Oh, Count Basie?
Yeah.
I knew that. Hey, I'm impressed.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. All right. I'm going to move on over here. We've got to watch the time here. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good, great, man.
All right. No stranger to the show.
No, sir. Been
All
here
right.
a few times.
Let's get your name.
Scott Clark.
All right. Now, how long you been? Where'd you grow up?
Grew up around Atlanta. We got to talk about that. I didn't know that.
What hood?
We'll talk about it. Anyway, we have a show to do.
Yeah. And then, when did you come to Austin?
Let's see. I got to Texas in '96, Austin in 2001.
Okay, so that's yeah. Some of these people are young around here.
Yeah. He was. I'm old.
Yeah. What musical influences?
Like initially, like Eddie Van Halen,
Yeah.
and then I discovered Frank Zappa early on, and he kind of, ruined me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so here I am.
I can see that in the playing. You guys are amazing. All right, come back over here, Robin.
Alrighty.
All right. So after COVID, things are back up to speed now. Are they still kind of slow musically in the clubs?
No, they're back to speed.
They're good?
I would
Okay.
say. They're like 99%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And let's also give out your socials.
Oh,
Medias.
Any social media, if you just go and type in @Robin Mordecai, all one word, you'll find me.
Okay.
So you can go to the website right there at the bottom, right here, and
The best Vanna White.
all the socials, links, everything. Yeah, it's all
Perfect.
there.
All right.
So.
I'm going to get out of the way. You guys do your thing. We'll come back in about 15 minutes.
Alrighty, we'll see you.
All right.
All right, we're going to start this evening off with a song of mine called Love on Repeat.
She wakes up on Monday morning and stumbles out of bed. The alarm clock rings and she in love once again. Tuesday comes with a new face. He's got a better smile. Wednesday's exotic. I think he's gonna steal her for a little while. Thursday drives a cool car. Thursday he'll go, he'll fall. Friday comes along to sweep her up her feet. And she's got it all, the looks, the brains, the walk, the talk, but I don't see why she's always falling for the very first guy she meets. Wastes her time playing games that she will never beat. Well, now there she goes again, love on repeat. Weeks they pass by her so fast. Faces always change. She's always falling in love, but love it never stays the same. But with each kiss brings a new hope of everlasting bliss. But in the morning she is wondering or just what she missed to see, or why it has to be a complicated mess of faces, like she's drowning in a sea. She's got it all, the looks, the brains, the walk, the talk, but I don't see why she's always falling for the very first guy she meets. Wastes her time playing games that she will never be. Now there she goes again, love on repeat. She's got it all, the looks, the brains, the walk, the talk, but I don't see why she's falling for these guys. And she's got it all, the looks, the brains, the walk, the talk, but I don't see why she's always falling for the very first guy she needs. Wastes her time playing games that she will never be. Now there she goes again, love on repeat.
Thank you. All right. So that song, I wrote it for a friend of mine who was in film school, and she had written this show that was about a girl who was cursed somehow to every day she would wake up and the first guy that she would talk to she'd fall in love with. And so for the rest of the day, the whole episode would be her trying to do silly things to get that guy's attention. So she wanted a theme song for it, and she said, I want a more like, I want like kind of sort of reminiscent of Friends in the catchiness, but, maybe a little bit more punky. And so that was the song we came up with. And I wish that I could say that I wrote the tagline, Love on Repeat, but that was her idea. And I was like, dang it, it's really good. You can find that song on the first, my first EP. It's called Here Goes Something. And we're going to play another one off of that called These Crossroads. Oop. There you go.
I see her now, standing by the door, and her goes, it won't haunt me anymore, put on my coat, and I step out in the cold, and I breathe, to finally let it go, but this feeling never leaves, of wanting more than these empty dreams that just won't let me sleep. So now I'm left to wonder and search through broken things just to find the better part of me. Falling away off the clock, out into space. Some days I think I'll find her, other days I'm right behind her, but I never knew her face. Now I'm lost in translation, with words I don't understand. I keep screaming for her presence, feel I'll never see the end, but I keep looking far behind me, 'cause I feel what's up ahead. Close the door, turn the key, and I'm alone once again. Oh, I'm alone once again. home once again. So tell me, princess, where'd you go? I'm lost with no way home. All these signs point to nowhere. I'm in a hurry and I wanna be there next to you as you're screaming to be saved. Oh, but for now I'll just stay here and stare at these crossroads. Standing by the door, and her ghost won't haunt me anymore.
This is a new song. This is called I Don't Blame You. It's off the new EP, which is entitled Portraits. I'll talk about it with Jake in a little bit. But yeah, this is a song called I Don't Blame You. It goes like this.
Wouldn't take a second, wouldn't give a minute. Always had a bad habit, running away when life was unexpected. Couldn't plan it, never trusted anything she couldn't feel with her own two hands. She never wanted, never to fall in love. She's always running away, never wanted, never to fall in love. Doesn't leave a note, never says goodbye. Just packs the things and leaves in the middle of the night. Pedal to the floor, couldn't ask for more than the stars up above, dotting the midnight sky. She never wanted, never to fall in love. She's always running away, never wanted, never to fall in love. Well, I know I wanted more than you could give. Well, I know you had to leave so you could live. But I don't blame you. No, I don't blame you. Never looks back, always gets away. Backseat full of hearts, broken along the way. Thoughts come and go like a burning match. They flicker into tears she's trying to hold back. She never wanted, never to fall in love. She's always running away, never wanted, never to fall in love. Hey! Well, no, I wanted more than you could give. Well, I know you had to leave so you could live. Well, I don't blame you. And when you're ready to come home, well, I'll be waiting by the phone. You can call me anytime you like. I know you probably won't call, but someday I'll move on. But not tonight. Well, I know I wanted more than you could give. Well, I know you had to leave so you could live. Well, I don't blame you. So I don't blame
was a happy little accident there at the end. I like it.
Yeah, let's keep it.
I don't think I'll ever be able to do that again. All right. Okay, so this next song is a song entitled Caroline. And I wrote it with another Austin local named Jeff Plankenhorn, or he's a transplant, but he's been here long enough that he's an Austinite. So, yeah, so this is a song called Caroline. We got together and we were writing, and before we started, we kind of messed around with some chords, and then he kind of looked at me and he goes, "So how was your weekend?" And I was like, "Okay, my weekend was fine." He's like, "Tell me about it. What did you do?" And so I told him we had gone to Houston, we had played a bunch of house concerts, we did all this stuff. I met this girl named Caroline who was really, really cool, and she hung out with the band, and everybody really liked her, and we're going back after everybody had been out drinking, and it's me and Caroline and Pauline, the lady that I play with, or I was playing with on that weekend, and we walk back into the hotel, and I look up at this fountain, and they have this beautiful fountain that's like, going all the way it's like 10 streams, little bitty streams about that big, going from the ceiling all the way down to the floor. And I was like, man, I wonder how they do that. And she looks up at it and goes, "I don't know," and takes her hand and puts it all the way through all 10 streams, and all these nylon little strips come falling from the ceiling. And we just bolted for the elevator. And so Jeff looks at me and goes, "That. We're gonna work around that." And I was like, "Okay, we're gonna go there." So we created this fictional character of Caroline, of being this girl who is kind of just a no bad words given kind of a person, and we built it off of that. And we intentionally, from the very beginning, were like, "This is not a romantic song. This is a total a friend just observing his other friend." And going from there. So, yeah, we came up with a song called Caroline. It goes like this. Lost Boulevard, sticking out like a sore thumb on the hand of Delilah. She was way too gentle to be drinking that hard. Fending off sailors, suits and hipsters, with a wave of anything she'd choose. Perfectly contented with barroom whispers, saying one more round to fix my blues. Caroline, I wonder if you only could find a place in your worn down heart. Somerville doesn't have to be so lonely. You break it down and you tear it apart. Caroline always leaves her head down, never been one to put on a show. She finds the time moves a little bit slower the more I push the pedal down to the floor. Caroline, I wonder if you only find a place in your worn down heart. Somerville doesn't have to be so lonely. Break it down, then you tear it apart. Intentions to be a friend is sometimes more. A soul found with common dimensions to never worry about settling the score. I found her age was an arbitrary number. Oh, she was wiser than Talina could tell. She broke the fountain in the hotel lobby, said everything's been done, you just gotta do it well. Caroline, I wonder if you only find a place in your worn down heart.
Nice.
There we go.
Woo! That was good. First set in the books.
First set in the books.
Well, good.
A few mistakes, but nothing anybody
No-
would notice
hey,
besides
no,
me.
besides you. I just gotta
We'll fix it in
say,
post.
the drumming, that really stood out.
Yeah.
No, because listen, it's one thing to just constantly, da 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 da, but he's really good at just providing the and then stop, wait for like 2 seconds, and then bam, coming in hard.
After the bigger it gets, you gotta.
Yeah, he did the big and then pause, boom, like a little bit longer so that you notice it, and then he came in hard.
I don't like I wrote it that way.
Contrast.
There you go. Hey, don't be taking his credit. All right. All right. No, very good. Very good. Okay. So, Caroline sounds like fun. Do you got her number? Like, how could do you know this?
I haven't talked to her in a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. By the way, speaking of, because I know a lot of
And
people-
the Caroline in the song is not the same as the Caroline in real life. Like, we created a whole new character in
oh,
the
that's
song.
not her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't care about the name. So speaking of, people write songs about girls. Have you ever had a problem where like the current girlfriend, you write a song about something, a current girlfriend, not your.
No.
No one ever thinks, well, who's this? Because
No.
they know it's all make believe.
Yeah, they know it's all. Yeah. Well, and really, I only have, I think, 2, maybe 3 songs that I've written like specifically about a certain girl.
Like a love song.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kind of a love song, sure.
Yeah, gotta watch it. Okay.
But I actually, the one song that is like directly about a girlfriend, I was playing at like Mozart's or something, and I see her like come around the corner as I like start playing the song, and she literally like looks at me, like listens for a second, goes, I just see her mouth the word nope, and just leave.
Oh man. So, and then also, is there ever any pressure? We're going way off script here. Is there ever any pressure to write a song like when
No.
when you're no?
Not for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't like if a girl I've never
Because
dated.
for me, I think that'd be hard. If I'm with I'm writing, like that's
Yeah.
all I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I've never dated anybody that's like, I want you to write a song
Right,
about
yeah,
me. Like, write about me.
Yeah, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think if I wrote a song about my
be all shy.
girlfriend, she'd be like, I don't want you singing this.
Yeah.
Don't tell them
Don't
it's about
talk
me.
about me. Yeah, don't talk about me. All right. So where can people see you?
Well, I'm out and about a lot. This is the dream. This whole band is the dream of what we're trying to achieve. But I am a freelance musician as well.
Yep.
So I play 3 nights a week at Eddie V's with a trio.
That's in Arboretum?
No, it's well, there is one in the Arboretum, but that one doesn't have music.
Okay.
But the one downtown on 5th Street has music.
Okay.
7 nights a
Yeah,
week,
gotcha.
and I'm usually there Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday kind of stuff. If you want to see this band, the next time we're playing is August 9th, Saxon.
And also, I was gonna say
That right there on the.
I was gonna say, if you look up at the
Wait,
up at
I
the
gotta go this
website,
way.
your website, Facebook, and website
Yeah.
have all these details.
all those details. So
Very good. Now, let's talk about portraits.
okay.
I think that's a really cool idea. Why don't you quickly tell us kind of the reason? Did it just so happen you were writing about people? Then you're like, oh, I'm going to write a few more, or did you intend on doing it?
It was kind of halfway through the recording process. I realized that the first 3 songs that the producers and I had like kind of put together were all like these stories, kind of like what Caroline is.
Yeah.
And so it was like these musical portraits of a character.
Yeah.
So we just kind of went with that, and we had recorded Caroline first, and that was going to be just a standalone single, and I don't know, we got to the end of it and something just wasn't right, and so we were like, we need to hold this for a second and kind of figure out what's wrong, and so we started working on more stuff. And it just so happened that I figured out that I was like, oh, I'm writing songs like about these like stories of people. So we'll do this, and I was like, oh, we'll call it Portraits. And so
Gotcha.
yeah, every song on the album or on the EP, all 5 of them are kind of these musical caricatures of people, random people.
Any plan to make music videos on those?
If I had the money to make music
Yeah.
videos, I would absolutely do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would love to make music videos.
Okay. Yeah. Go fund me. Yeah. Do they have stuff like that on the website? I know some people do, like filmmakers do
Yeah.
some kind of a fundraising. Do musicians do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Personally, I've always had a really, and maybe it's my upbringing, but I've always had a really weird feeling of like asking people for money and being like, "Hi, I want to take your money and make art."
Yeah.
It may not work.
Yeah.
It may never make money.
This
but
could be awesome. This could be total
terrible.
crap.
And
Yeah.
I just, so that's been my hang up with
Yeah.
doing any of those Indiegogos or GoFundMe
yeah.
or putting up something on my website and saying like, here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And let's also talk about the traveling.
Yeah.
The Traveler.
Yeah, we want to take this band on the road, and last year we got a really crazy cool opportunity, and we couldn't do it with the whole band, but Mom and I went over to Spain and played a music festival over there. Yeah, it was great. So yeah, we went over there, and it was just at first I was thinking like, oh, we're gonna probably play in places like Barcelona, Madrid, stuff like that. But no, we played in these tiny little towns.
Which probably really appreciated music.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like when the music started, the entire town
Yeah.
came out, and so each of the little plazas was always just packed with people.
Yeah.
And they just loved it.
Yeah.
And really supportive
Yeah.
of music over there. Like one guy was like, "You should come back and play at the bar," and I was like, "Well, I don't know." He's like, "Oh no, you can have like a whole week," and I was like, "It pays, right?" He goes, "Yeah, it pays." And I was like, "How long do I play?" And he's like, "Oh, probably like 2 hours." I was like, "Cool. What's the pay?" He's like, $600. I'm like,
You're thinking $100. And he's
"Yeah, I'm thinking like $100." I'm like,
pesos.
"Excuse me."
600 pesos.
I'm like,
yeah.
hold on, let me talk with my manager about this.
That's not going to
Hey,
cover
Mom!
my airplane ticket. Yeah.
So that would be worth it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we want to do it again.
Yeah.
We were going to do it this year, but just
Yeah.
money.
When you're writing those songs about the people on Portrait, do you have a typical songwriting style? Are you music first, riff, and then you come up with lyrics? Or you
Yes.
have it in? Okay.
Yeah, I kind of start with a riff. You're the first person to ever like start with that. Like you start with a riff and then write the, like actually yes, that's exactly how I do it. I'm a very like linear writer.
Yeah.
I don't write a chorus first and then go back and write a verse.
Yeah.
I like write the intro riff and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna write the verse and then I'm gonna write the chorus and go from
And then
there.
how the lyrics fit in those.
Yeah, that's always tricky because we're gonna do a song later tonight called "Enough of This," and I had the opening riff for that song for probably 6 years, and could not think of anything to go with it. So,
Man,
yeah,
that's hard to believe.
it's weird. It's really it's
But
it's annoying.
I can write all these other songs, but in this particular one,
it's like I had this great riff, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. I'm gonna get out of the way.
Okay.
We're gonna do another set, and then we'll come back.
Cool.
About 8:50 or so.
850.
8:52, maybe, whatever.
Yep.
Whatever
Yeah.
feels good. All right. Keep introing each song. You're
I
doing
will.
Fantastic.
I will keep introing the song.
Awesome.
All right. So this next song's one off the new EP. It's called Alive. It is about a man who is depressed and he copes with it's the darkest song that I have released because he deals with it by going and getting in fights, and that's like he just wants to feel alive. And that's how he does it. And I would not do that because I don't want anybody punching me. I'm good.
He walks alone in the dark on an empty street. Eye black, ribs bruised, lip bleeding. Never stood a chance in an open fight. Much too small in size to the other guy. Up ahead, shadows move, he can't hear a thing. Moving closer to the crime, he hears a woman scream. Breaks into a run, she's crying, help me. Balls his fingers tight as his world goes black. There's no turning back. He doesn't know if he'll survive. He's gonna keep swinging till the answer arrives. Alone in this dark place of lies, he's only looking to feel alive. Here he lies all alone on an empty has arrived. Alone in this dark place of lies, he's only looking to feel alive.
Thank you. A song called Alive. This next song is a song called Sunny. And it's about a coward. It's plain and simple. That's all it is. It's about a coward. It goes like this.
Hey! Volume knob! We'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Love you guys.
Riding off in the pale sunset, the sun he hung his head in clear distress. Let a good man die as he ran away. The shame of what he's done will stay. Cowardice saved him once again, never stuck his neck out even for a friend. Making a trail of dust to the great unknown, he sees a call waiting on his telephone. Voice ring out like a warning bell, telling him to run that burning hell. For what he's done, for who he's crossed, the wrongs he's committed, the money he's lost. Tears begin to fall in the fear set in this long road to ruin. He's come to an end, slams the clutch down and throws it in gear. If he's gonna die, it won't be here. Alright. Sonny, you gotta keep on going. Oh, you gotta keep on riding, Sonny. Oh, in the dead of the night, he lays his head down. He hears a knock at the door. He's out the window before that's cold. At a diner in a one-horse town, he asks the waitress to pour him another round. From behind he hears a voice like stone. just like the one on the telephone. Oh, Sonny, you gotta keep on going. Oh, oh, come on, you gotta keep on going. Don't look back, don't slow down, keep running for that sunset like it's heaven bound. So come on, keep on riding, Sonny.
All right. So last song, well, potentially the last song, unless they look at me and go, "Hey, what are you doing? You got more time." Yeah, this is a song I was talking about. This is the riff that I had for 6-7 years in my head until I sat down with a brilliant guitar player here in Austin by the name of Dave Scher, who is, in my opinion, one of the greatest guitar players walking the planet right now. And and Scott agrees with me. Yeah, we sat down and we wrote this song, and this is kind of what came about. I'm gonna censor myself in the middle of the song since I'm not allowed to cuss on public access TV. So here we go. Buzzing from the gym, every day is the same. I'm trying to tell myself to start it all over again. Looks like I've caused the sin, broke this damn infernal machine. Blew the top right off in a blaze of Iowa. It's crushed, was once pristine. Can't find a reason to move. Nobody's ever given me a good damn excuse. Look at the mess I've made. Tried my best, so I say. I guess it's time to pick up the pieces and throw the broken ones away. You know I've had it up to here with this vocabulary. Excuse of a man, I've been pretending to stand in the shoes of someone more sincere. I don't deal in cliches. None of this, hey there, come here, what's your name? Why I feel like I'm doing you wrong. No more of this talking game. I think I'm gone. I had enough of this. Now tell me what's your name. Oh,
tell me what's your name. Oh, I feel like I'm doing wrong. No more this talking game. I think I'm gone. I had enough of this.
Play whatever one. Okay, another song. All right. So we're going to do a song called I Don't Want To. We're going to do 2 songs back to back real quick. And one of them is a Jeff Blankenhorn tune. One of them is original of mine. The first is an original of mine called I Don't Want To. The second is a song by Jeff Blankenhorn called I Don't Know Anything. And I felt that they went really well together. So this is I Don't Want To and I Don't Know Anything. That summer sun is setting in that August sky, and I'm not good at long goodbyes. The air gets thin as I watch her leave. Those tears in my eyes, they comfort me. Well, I guess it's time to go, but my heart is gonna beat a little slow. My heart is hanging on a string that you hold away from me. Everybody's telling me it's time to move on, but I don't want to. No, I don't want to. My broken heart, I know in time will mend, but I love the pain I'm living in, 'cause it means that she's still here with me. Sometimes I can hear her breathe. Well, I guess it's time to go, but my heart is gonna beat a little slow. My heart is hanging on a string that you hold away from me. Everybody's telling me it's time to move on, but I don't want to. No, I don't want to. I'll just sit here and cry as this night passes me by. If she'd only kiss me one last time. My heart is hanging on a string that you hold away from me. Everybody's telling me it's time to move on. Is hanging on a string that you hold away from me. Everybody's telling me it's time to move on, but I don't want to. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. No, I don't want to. Everybody wants to roll the dice. Everybody wants to take a swing. Don't ask me for my advice, 'cause I don't know anything. Everybody's got a story to tell. Everybody's got a song to sing. I thought
don't know anything. When I was young, I swore I always knew the score. But lately I've been thinking that I'm not that guy no more. Everybody wants to roll the dice. Everybody wants to take a swing. Don't ask me for my advice, 'cause I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
Stuff. Good Lord. I thought something came off
Yeah,
your
that's
guitar.
what I thought.
Woo! All right.
right.
Well, hey, that was the way to end it. All
There
right.
we go.
So,
If you don't break anything, it's not rock and roll.
exactly. So quickly, we got like 2 minutes.
Cool.
Tell me a little bit about the writing project you got.
Oh, So I'm working on a short story. More is just like practice to get myself to do something creative other than just play music.
Yeah.
And I don't have the patience for filmmaking. I don't have the patience for like doing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not a painter. Can't do anything like that with my hands. And so I've watched enough, you know.
And writing's free.
Yeah. And writing's
How much
free.
is a pen and paper?
Yeah. Not
It's
even.
cheap.
Well. I
Well,
guess,
yeah, you can type it on your computer.
Yeah, I guess I could type it on my computer, which is not cheap. But
Well, yeah.
so yeah, I'm working on this short story, and when I have it finished and edited, I'll definitely post it on my website, you know, for free for everybody to read,
Yeah.
and they could judge me harshly and be like, "Wow, this is terrible," except I hope not.
No, that won't happen.
So
And by the way, to judge him harshly or not, no, robinmordecai.com. No, it'll be great. And then you did a podcast?
yeah, we have a podcast. We're bringing it back.
It's current.
Yeah,
Or
well, it's not
about to
current.
be.
It's about to be again. We've taken about a year and a half off.
What's it called?
It's called Rock Detention.
Can I find that on your website?
Yes, there's a link to it on my website. You can also Google search Rock Detention Podcast, and we are the first thing that
And
comes up.
what's it about?
So the whole premise is that we got together, me and my two co-hosts got together and we're like, we just want to have a cool hangout with musicians, and
Yeah.
we've interviewed everybody from Tom Werman, who was the producer for like Motley Crue and Poison and all these
yeah.
bands, and then we've interviewed Dr. Fink from Prince's band.
Nice.
We've interviewed a bunch of people, and really what it is, it's not an interview, it's like a sit-down conversation, like, hey,
Musically.
we're just gonna talk about stuff. We always end up talking about food at some point, so
All right.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to you about food, but we got to go out there. Thank you so much,
sir,
guys.
always a pleasure.
Yes,
We'll be
awesome.
back.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yes.